means the standing prayer. And it really requires of us nothing more than to just notice. Notice how amazingly lucky we are that our spine holds us erect and that our eyes can focus and our breath can move in and out. You're welcome to follow the liturgy, and it begins on page 91 and continues through to page 103 or so. Or you're welcome to just follow your own breath, the pattern of your heart's beating, your own thoughts. When you feel you've reached a good moment, you're welcome to sit down, or when you hear Shira singing Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon Lecho Shalom, Ki atahu melech Adon Lecho Shalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
In the Torah this week, it's really a week of challenge. There is a moment of great rebellion going on. And maybe you've heard of this person in the Torah, and maybe he'll be new to you tonight, but maybe you'll remember him. His name is Korach. And I know, Louis, you know all about Korach since you've been studying about him, since this is the weekend when you become Bar Mitzvah, and you're going to be speaking about Korach, right, tomorrow? Okay, well, basically, in one word, Korach, would you agree with me? He's a rebel. Okay, he's a rebel, and he takes on nothing less than Moses' leadership, and he just stands up in the middle of everything, and he says to Moses, "Who do you think you are? Get over yourself." He says to him, "Rav lecha, you have gone too far." You know, this could be tough in any leadership situation. And Moses, he's got a lot of trouble. He's trying to get this group. They were slaves. They got to move on. They've got to move out into the wilderness. And here's Korach. Korach was his cousin. Korach was part of the leadership. And he stands up and he says, Rav lecha, who do you think you are? Well, needless to say, it's a little bit of a problem for Moses and Aaron. And it's a big problem for the rabbinic tradition. And this story, for thousands of years, has been a big problem because we listen to this guy who actually is quite a valuable person in the leadership. And he actually has a good case to make because God's been saying all along, you are all holy people. Kadoshim tihiyu, you'll all be holy because I'm holy. And God goes on and says, be holy and I'm going to come and be with you. So there's this sense that it's not just Moses. There's this sense that it's everybody. So here's Korach coming up and giving voice to a really good argument. Okay, he doesn't really mean it. He doesn't really want everybody to be holy. He wants Korach to be holy or holier or the leader. He doesn't exactly go about it in the best way, but this argument that he brings up resonates through the millennium. This idea of somebody saying to somebody else, who do you think you are? And our tradition teaches that when we say that, when we get filled up with our own sense of righteous anger, and we say, who are you? Who are you? Who do you think you are? And maybe you never say it. Me, I have to admit, I've been guilty of saying it to my kids, occasionally to my partner, to my coworkers. Every now and then it comes up in my mind, who do you think you are? Who are you? Where are you coming from? Get over yourself. And it's that kind of putting it out there that our tradition offers this idea that when we say that, when we say, who are you? We're supposed to think, who am I? And we're supposed to take this idea of Rav lecha, you think you're so great, and turn it to ourselves and look in a mirror and say, what's pushing my buttons? Why am I reacting like this? Do I feel threatened? Is somebody trying to move in? Or am I not seeing the situation right? Our tradition teaches that we're supposed to look in a mirror. And somebody in this morning's Torah study reminded me of exactly that. And in the words of maybe not a rabbi, and maybe not even a great theologian, but may his memory be for a blessing, in the lyrics of Michael Jackson. And she sent me the words that he wrote to a song called Man in the Mirror. So I'm going to read you a couple of verses because I think it's exactly what I've been talking about. So he goes, Michael Jackson writes, as I turned up the collar on a favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.